Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm your host, Dante Payne, and it's about to go down. We got a fantastic evening. All-star games are behind us. Rivalries are heating up, but it's going down today. We got some baseball hot and heavy. Cubs are playing right now in the bottom of the eighth and more. But those who are new to Dragon Sports Podcast, it's not just your typical sports podcast. It's your podcast of sports and music. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into some music. And then we're going to talk MLB. Follow that. Some more music. Talk some NFL, WNBA and NBA, and NCAA as well. Let's get it. Let's kick off our show off right. CJ, it's me here on Dragon Sports Live.
Oh, baby, you must be crazy if you think that I'm staying with someone like you. I'm just saying, I can do better. I can do better. I can do better than someone like you. Cause you just be wasting my time, yeah. I wish that I could rewind, yeah, and put all that BS behind me, yeah. I found someone that's gon' treat me better. Someone that's gon' stay with me forever. Believe you is the reason I met her. It's me, it's me, it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me. Cause I started choosing me. Can't let you keep using me. Cause I'm done losing me. Cause I started choosing me. Can't let you keep using me. Cause I'm done losing me, yeah. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I don't know why you thought that you could come in my life and just play with me. You ain't even noticed the distance that's been between you and me lately. So when I am finally out of your life, you know you cannot blame me. Oh, no, 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 no. It was fun while it lasted, though. You better hit the road, baby, from us. Congratulations, cause you played yourself. Don't go looking for me and no one else, cause you're not gon' find it. I'm one of a kind, and you didn't apply enough pressure it took to create this diamond. Cause I found someone that's gon' treat me better. Someone that's gon' stay with me forever. Believe you is the reason I met her. It's me, it's me, it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me. I'm finally done. I started choosing me. Can't let you keep using me. Cause I'm done losing me. Yeah, I started choosing me. Can't let you keep using me. Cause I'm done losing me. Yeah.
Yo!
What's up, man? How you doing?
Bro, what you been up to, man?
Man, I've been blessed. How about
Haven't
you?
seen you for a while.
I know.
How is everything?
Yo,
what you up to?
Some brand new stuff, way better than before. Let me tell you what's up.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
My whole life changed up. I'm a man of the Lord, so I gave it all up.
That's what's up, dude.
So we should really catch up. Let me tell you about his love and why he died
But
for
I
us.
really gotta run, dude.
Yeah, I know it's a bit much, but this opportunity you really shouldn't pass up.
Why is that?
cause I was face first in the dust. Lost in the world on the verge of giving up. Henny in my glass and kush in my blunt. It was sorrow I would sip and pain I would puff. A slave to the stuff that I thought was just fun. Me against the globe, I chose to trust none. I was young and had a son, but that didn't even change me. Selfish, if I didn't profit, I was lazy. Until somebody told me about the one that came to save me. They told me that he loved me and they told me that he made me. They told me he would give me peace cause I was going crazy. They told me that he died for me and he forgave me for all of my sins. And if I just let him into my heart and he would live inside me, oh God. So I took the advice, I opened up my Bible and I got to know Christ. He started breaking all my chains, man, his freedom is nice. You can have the same thing if you believe, alright? I know the struggle is dark, so what I'm offering you now is a brand new start.
Yo, what you up to?
Some brand new stuff, way better than before, let me tell you what's up.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
My whole life changed up, I'm a man of the Lord, so I gave it all up.
That's what's up, dude.
So we should really catch up, let me tell you about his love and why he died
But
for
I
us.
really gotta run, dude.
Yeah, I know it's a bit much, but this opportunity you really shouldn't pass up.
Why is that? Cause our next breath can be our very last. Life too short on this earth, why you living so fast? I was on a dark path, eyes couldn't grab the facts. Wanted to party, get trashed, carry on in what I had. A young me, living life like it was all in the bag. Sure the Lord ironically had us packing our bags. Chicago bound, saying how can I do this now? Senior year, new student, no friends in the town. Didn't take long for me to find my new crowd. Right back in the garbage, dwelling in darkness. But God that never changes, steady calling. Scripture convicting my heart. Week after week dismissing altar calls, witchcraft and alcohol. My soul was cold like the fall was told it was Adam's fault. All in all, it's a major choice you have to make. Make the right decision, you won't make the same mistakes. Receive faith by his grace. By your head, we like to pray. Come on.
So Father God, we thank you. We just pray for the softening of the hearts of whoever's listening right now, Father God. We thank you that they would receive what you have for them in their lives, Father God, that they would understand this is an appointed time, this is a divine appointment, Father God, that you have the power to break any chains in their lives that's holding them back from moving forward, Father God. So we thank you in Jesus' mighty name.
Yo,
Amen.
what you up to?
Some brand new stuff, way better than before, let me tell you what's up.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
My whole life changed up, I'm a man of the Lord, so I gave it all up.
That's what's up, dude.
So we should really catch up, let me tell you about his love and why he died
But
for
I
us.
really gotta run, dude.
Yeah, I know it's a bit much, but this opportunity you really shouldn't pass up.
Why is that?
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That last song that you just heard was Ju, new creation featuring Boston here on Dragon Sports Live. I did say we got a fantastic show for you. It is Sunday, July 20th on this beautiful, lovely, comfortable evening. But I did say we have sighted. So, hitting the diamond first, All-Star games have ended, or future games as they call it, for the MLB have ended. The home run derby came on with glory from a catcher. I believe we have not had a catcher win a home run derby since 1970. It's been a while since has hit the derby. So what's significant about this? Big dumper himself, Kyle Relay, defeated a sighting 22-year-old Junior Caminero in a thrilling final. What's also was significant was Ray's own father was pitching to him and his brother was behind the plate. That's what made it even more special for Kyle Ray, because his family helped him do it, to throw him that ball to get that home run smash. So that was exciting. Cal, he edged out Caminero with 18 home runs in the final round to Camaro's 15. So it was close. It was even close in his first round. He advanced by a tiebreaker, going 470.62 feet to Rooker's 454. So he was dominant. His dominant first half, incredible. 38 home runs before the Derby. He also made another massive, and I mean massive, announcement that he's coming to play for Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. He joins a stellar early roster that includes Yankee slugger and team captain Aaron Judge, Royal shortstop Bobby Witt, Jr. and Pirates flamethrower Paul Skeens, all under the returning management of Mark DeRosa. Now, Team USA will begin their play in Pool B in Houston next March. That's a lineup that will certainly turn heads. I'm turning heads because I can see the heads turning. You got flamethrower power schemes. You got Judge, who's been tremendous himself. You know, let's see what it does. Now, staying in the National League, the Chicago Cubs are making a strong push for the postseason, currently leading the NL Central Division, which has been a great story for the Northsiders, given their passionate fan base and plenty to cheer about. But amidst the on-field success, there's been a slumber note within the Cubs family. Hall of Fame and Cubs legend Ryan Sundberg recently provided a devastating update on his ongoing battle with prostate cancer. Sundberg, who was initially diagnosed January 2024, announced he's cancer-free last August and shared that this week that the cancer has returned. Now, tragedy has spread to other organs. He released a statement saying while he's continuing to fight, he's looking forward to making the most of every day with his loving family and friends. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him. They are with Ryan Sandberg and his family as he continues his courageous fight. But, like I said, from that MLB story to another that finally seems to be reaching its conclusion, the saga of Tampa Bay's owner. Stu Sternberg has reportedly agreed to sell the club for $1.7 billion to a group led by Jacksonville home developer Patrick Zaplanowski. The deal is expected to be finalized as early as September. Now, that's pending approval from 75% of MLB owners. This is a huge news for the Rays fans. On a report that indicated Zuckerly intends to keep the team in Tampa Bay area. So the fans of Tampa Bay will still have the Tampa Bay Rays. He wants the team to stay there. Y'all remember Rays have been playing at George M. Steinberger Field in Tampa this season after the Hurricane Milton ripped the roof off Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. So this sale could finally bring some much needed stability and a permanent modern home for the Rays, who typically doesn't have a modern home. But we'll see what happens with that and keep y'all posted on what goes on with that. So keep that in mind. 75% is needed for the Rays to approve of the new ownership. We shall see what happens in due time. The Kansas City Royals, in other news, have placed right-hand pitcher Michael Lorenzen on 15-day IL with an oblique injury. And a tough blow for their rotation over in Cleveland. Gardens pitcher Luis Ortiz leave has been extended until August 31st as the betting probe continues. That is a serious situation that we're following closely because he might be made of another example. You know, Jonte Porter was made an example in the NBA. So let's keep that in mind. Let's follow that closely, and I'll keep y'all up to date with that. But his leave, he's been on leave since July 3rd, but his leave will be extended until August 31st. So let's keep that in mind. In terms of trades, though, the Atlanta Braves have landed right-hand pitcher Dane Downey from the Rangers, sending right-hand pitcher Jose Ruiz to Texas. Meanwhile, Roddy Tellis is working out with the Rangers as well, and is expected to join their roster soon. So we might get another thing. And we're going to send a salute to veteran right-hand pitcher Cal Gibson, who has officially retired after a 13-year career, ladies and gentlemen. Gibson has compiled a record of 112 and 111 losses with a 4.90 ERA, over 334 appearances. 328 of them were starts for 5 different teams. A solid career for a true professional. So, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to give you some more news. I'm also going to give you some more news in the NFL. Training camp has begun, and more. But let's take a quick break here, and be right back with more news and sports talk. This is Citizens XO here on Drug Sports Live. Check them out, guys.
I'm over giving second chances. Confidence too lit to let you take my heart for ransom. Can't take my heart for ransom. Yeah, applying pressure, moving new direction. Life high fashion, I get active.
Hey, I'm feeling bubbly. Walking past the mirror like I love me. Hands up in the air. Stripper dance. You ain't gotta tell me that you love me. Just show me them bands. Yeah. Don't need no XOXO. I won't forget to Lambo. Don't need no XOXO. It's that baby anthem. Oh, love, no love, love. Thought I'm on a coupe here, blowing through the roof, glare, bouncing off the juice, throwing up the deuce.
Throwing up the deuce, we out in the streets. CQ on repeat, Nova on the beat, yeah.
Rollie on my wrist check,
Pepsi on my lips, check.
Dior on my hips check. Watch me do my dip, yeah. Watch me do my dip. Focused on my riches, I can't be on this shit. Straight up off my dick. Love and leave 'em, tease 'em and still please 'em. Love and leave 'em, never try hard to keep 'em. Heartbreak season, always heartbreak season. And don't give me no reason. Don't need no XOXO. I won't forget to Lambo. Don't need no XOXO. It's that baby anthem. Oh, love, no love, love. Don't need no Don't need me new love, I'ma ride or die. Nobody above, stack like my dollar signs. I'm on some superhero shit, the way I move kryptonite. I'm flying high for life, either get lost or get with my vibe. My life is a movie, I say cars in a scene. I'm a summer blockbuster every day of the week. Stop my chicks with an XO, they already know who the fuck I be. It's Nina Queen, that's royalty, the flyest chick that you see. Don't need no XOXO. I won't forget to Lambo. Don't need no XOXO. It's that baby anthem. Oh, love, no love, love.
Look around, all I see is all my walls closing in. Got the weight of the world on my shoulders again. Shoulders again. I feel hopeless again. I miss those days where I walk in bed without a haze. Never worried about the next paycheck. They almost got life is different now. I don't think I'll ever be the same. But a lesson learned, when I'm down, it's easier to pray. There's so many times that I just wish I could rewind, but I can't. And I don't wanna say goodbye, 'cause there's a chance that I will see you again. Look around, all I see is all my walls closing in. Got the weight of the world on my shoulders again. Shoulders again. I feel hopeless again.
I've been feeling that for way too long. Don't think I'll ever make it out. Everything I have is the ones I wish should be further down. I can't hold up this weight any longer. I got too many problems now. I wish I could go back to those days when I was always proud. When I stood up tall, when I was ready to face the wall. I thought I had it all, but now it's slipping away. I'm always filled with pain. I wish that I could rewind, 'cause I'm not ready to say goodbye.
Look around, all I see is all my walls closing in. Got the weight of the world on my shoulders again. Shoulders again. I feel hopeless again.
Got my eyes to the sky, and they ain't never ever coming back down. Yahweh all my life, keep my focus on the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Keep my focus on the ground. Got my eyes to the sky, eyes to the sky, eyes to the sky, and they ain't coming back down. And I'm going up, higher than ever before. And they showing love, yeah, I'm getting shows on the low. But this time on the road, gotta give it to God because I want to grow. Look to the throne and you know where to go. Look to the ground if you're searching for truth. Eyes on the Lord, eyes to the sky. Jesus, tell me go until the day that I die. Not for my kingdom, but His. Not for my glory, but His. Got my eyes to the sky, and they ain't never ever coming back down. Yahweh all my life, keep my focus on the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Keep my focus on the ground. Got my eyes to the sky, eyes to the sky, eyes to the sky, and they ain't coming back down. Eyes up, rise up to that calling. Sitting around doing nothing. Why you sitting around with the fallen, man? You know better than this. You know better than this. You were born with a purpose. My father, he made you. Your time here is limited. But I understand it gets hard from time to time. Ain't nothing Father God can't handle. Ain't no one too lost. I seen gangbangers, drug addicts, suicidal turn God addict. Gotta love God with your life. I'ma be living for Christ. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got my eyes to the sky, and they ain't never ever coming back down. Yahweh all my
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. We're now transitioning into the National Football League, where training camp has begun for many teams. And we got a lot of headlines swirling in around the NFL. They're flying off the wire, kicking things off with some big money. The New York Jets have locked up star receiver Garrett Wilson with a massive $130 million contract extension. That's a huge commitment coming from the Jets, signaling their belief in Wilson as a cornerstone of their offense alongside Garrett Wilson or Justin Fields in there. So they already locking up Wilson. He getting locked up. Speaking of receivers, the San Francisco 49ers wideout Juan Jennings is looking for a new contract or a trade. Now, that's an interesting development, however, as the finals did, the 49ers, wow, I had a brain fart just then, decided to finalize a $9 million deal with rookie defensive tackle Alfred Collins, which is one of their dominoes that fell that they needed to fall, so they secured that. And Denver Broncos have gained cornerback Jahaj Brown on a 4-year, $20 million deal, securing a key piece of their secondary. So they building that up, keeping that on the grind, keeping that, tenfold. Keeping it tenfold. Linebacker Von Miller is signing a 1-year deal with the Washington Commanders. That is a shocker. He actually announced it on his X account and Twitter account via social media. He announced it that he's taking his talents over to Washington in a very shocking response. He said, I'm going to go to Washington and I'm going to play there. Now, he's a proven pass rusher. Miller would look to bring some much-needed veteran leadership and impact to the Commanders' defense. They was a kind of a young squad, so much needed because, Sweat is with the Bears. So, much needed. And Vince Young is somewhere elsewhere, so much needed. Former Super Bowl MVP linebacker Von Miller is with them, guys. So let's see what he gonna do there and how he's gonna impact the defense. I definitely believe in that he's gonna impact with leadership, and I believe that he's gonna take that defense to a whole new level. So let's keep watching that. Kansas City wide receiver Rashee Rice has been suspended or sentenced to 30 days of jail time, 5 years of probation, stemming his involvement in a multi-car crash last year. The NFL can expedite a disciplinary process, and Rice is suspected to face a multi-game suspension, with some insiders predicting he could miss at least half the season. Now, that would be a huge blow to the Chiefs as they prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. We shall see. In deeply troubling news, work has been halted at the site of the Tennessee Titans' new stadium after a noose was discovered this week. The Tennessee Builders Alliance released a statement condemning the racist and hateful symbol, confirming that the report incident to the law enforcement and suspended work and launched an investigation. They are offering a reward for information leading to the identification of the individual responsible and are requiring additional anti-bias training for every person on site. Now, work will resume after a site-wide stand-down, focus on inclusion and respect. And as a Roma Act, But adding to the off-field drama, former NFLPA boss Lloyd Howell has resigned amidst a swirl of controversy. Why is it controversy, guys? Y'all ask. Howell was cited distractions. His leadership had a cause in recent weeks. This follows reservation in that he maintained a part-time consulting job with Cartel Group, but which was approved by the league to seek minority ownership in the NFL franchise. Now, there was also confidentiality that he went to the strip club and a couple times. Potential collusion by owners on quarterback Cyrus and recent reports. Howell, during his time at Booz Allen, he finally resigned. Called it quits because he felt like that was wrong. But yeah, charges stemming of him going to the strip club not once but twice. Two different. One was $792. One was $2,000, and it caused him to resign from the NFLPA. Now he still does part-time work with the ownership group, but it is what it is. Running back Najee Harris, who joined the Chargers this offseason, will begin training camp on the non-football injury list. Wide receiver Mike Williams has announced his retirement after an 8-year career, ending a tenure marked by big plays and also injuries. Quarterback Justin Herbert, guys, will be wearing not the visor this year, but he will be wearing UV protection lenses. Contacts for his eyes, and it's something you don't see every day. So, he got blue eyes. They're gonna look darkish red with the contacts. He's been wearing them through training camp thus far, and he can see better. He can see wider because the visor, you'll see him in the huddle. He'll always be trying to wipe the visor, wipe it off because it get all foggy, get sweaty, get filmy, and just like trying to wipe it off. So he's gonna be wearing contacts with UV protection in them. Also might make his eyes look darker, but getting used to it, he can see better as well, and not so much wiping his visor, because he's one of the few quarterbacks that wears a visor. So let's check and see how that looks with that. The Seattle Seahawks second round pick Nick Emirati has reached the deal, becoming the first 35th overall pick to receive a fully guaranteed contract. That's a significant win for him. And Lions defensive tackle Levi Soraki was placed on the reserve PUP list due to a torn ACL and will miss the first 4 games of... Actually, no, he's missing the season. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, they placed him on the PUP list, so he'll miss the first 4 games due to injury. Give you more of an update on that. We ain't gonna take a quick music break, not just yet. So that's what's going on. Bears did report to camp. You see the players walking in, especially if you follow the Chicago Bears Snapchat. Kaden Williams looking to improve in year 2 under Ben Jacobson and Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears organization. He's looking to improve in year 2. So let's get cracking. Let's have some fun. Let's grind. Yeah. But we're going to take another music break, and then we're going to talk about the WNBA, who just also had their All-Star game and the trades and player movement in the NBA as well. So let's get it with As the Structure Fails, EOE, here on Dragon Sports Live.
quick, there's no waiting. I'm not over this, I'm just patient. If you're over this, then you're crazy. Champagne got you wasted, music got you senseless. Different vibe you facing, consciousness is fading.
Right now, me no care. Ride on me like that all day. Wind up on running without shame. Take your time, respond it, babe.
Wanna be good with your bad habits. Got me in the room with your black magic. Cutie in a little tight jeans. Call me for whatever you need. Just say boo, say be. Say anything that you want me to be. I'm craving your energy. Call me for whatever you need. Just say boo, say be. I know that you want me ocean deep. I'm craving your energy. Call me for whatever you need, baby. Whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need, baby. Whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need. Just bring that body, I'ma need it today. Bring that ass, I'ma need it today. Good girl, but you don't know better. Ain't just the night, this is forever. Can't breathe in a moment like this. Round two, yeah, you know what I mean. Energy hitting in the right place. Nice bass pumping, so we're vibing. Full of shape, so bring it my way. You alone can bring a love crisis to reality. Brace it back, way on top of me. Got me losing my sanity. Yeah, we're loading every scene. Ready for round three. Just say boo, say be. Say anything that you want me to be. I'm craving your energy. Call me for whatever you need. Just say boo, say be. I know that you want me ocean deep. I'm craving your energy. Call me for whatever you need, baby. Whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need, baby. Whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need. Just whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need, baby. Whatever you need. Call me for whatever you need. Just
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. That last song that you just heard, if you were just tuning in, was J. Con, WYN. What you mean? Now, what you mean that the All-Star game came and gone? People didn't play because due to the fact they was injured. But what you mean that the records was broken? Well, let me tell you. Did y'all know that the WNBA just happened this past Saturday? And boy, oh boy, it was amazing. Well, we didn't have Caitlin Clark play due to injury. She reactivated her groin injury, but we did have a historic development in that. So we had Skylar Diggins who got the first ever triple-double in the All-Star game. Now, a lot of people say that the All-Star game is, they don't play defense until about the fourth quarter, which might be true in some cases. But we got that. And Team Collier won in that game. So we did see that. Now, Team Clark didn't win, but it was a lot of, like, even though they're in the All-Star game and even though they're injured, they're fighting for equal pay. They should get paid just like the men get paid. And it's good that we having all these teams returning. Like we got the Detroit Shock coming back. We might, and the Portland Fire is coming back. So we got teams making moves and are coming back, as well as the world of women's sports is starting to become more and more popular. So you got to think about it that way. So it's good, and it's good that they are fighting for equal pay. We might have a potential lockout. We don't know, but we gonna see. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that, cause it's gonna be crazy. Looking at that, it's gonna be crazy, guys. So, and you know, that fight, like I said, when it's inspiring other people like Monet Davis, who who famously became the girl to pitch a victory and shutout in the Little League World Series, will be one of more than 600 players trying out for the newly formed Women's Professional Baseball League, or the WPBL. Now, this league is aiming to launch in the summer of 2026 with 6 teams, and if it succeeds, it would be the first U.S. professional league for women since the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, famous depict in the movie A League of Their Own, and dissolved in 1954. So that's a momentum move for women in sports. Tryouts will be held in Washington, D.C. next month from August 22nd to August 25th, and will determine the 150 players who will be selected for the league's inaugural draft in October. So that's awesome. Very awesome. And like I said, that's due to players, they looking up to these women in these sports now that's doing their thing. We did have some few injuries. So Reem Howard will be out with the rest of July with a knee injury, which means she also didn't play in the All-Star game. But we had Brittany Sykes and a couple other people as their replacement. So they will be out. Ariel Atkins leads unrivaled 4 athletes unlimited, going to the AU program. But, you know, we got 3 leagues within the WNBA unrivaled and AU unlimited for the women. So that's big ups for that. On the NBA side, 76ers guard forward Paul George had an arthroscopic procedure on his knee. Hopefully, and he should be ready by training camp, but we'll let y'all know, keep y'all updated on that. Spurs center Victor Wembanyama is cleared to return after dealing with a blood clot, so he's cleared to play again, and that cut his season short last year, so he's cleared to play. Cavaliers extend Kobe Altman front office through 2029 to 2030. I couldn't get that out for some odd reason. And Cole Anthony agrees to a buyout to join the Bucks. So that's going on with that. That's definitely going on with that. That's one way. The Chicago Bulls have signed Yuki Kimura to a 2-way contract. He will be taking his talents to Chicago. He definitely impressed them during the summer league. No-look passes, dime, grabbing boards. Now, he's only 5'8", but he potentially could be the newest Jeremy Lin. Fan favorite. People like him. People associated with him. So he can do that, and we'll see with that. Marcus Smart agrees to a buyout to join the Lakers, and in that move they waived Shake Milton on there, which would have had $9 million guaranteed on that. It saves them $8.3 million on cap space, but Marcus Smart agrees to a buyout and joins the Lakers. You know, he was on the Wizards, but he's the 22 Defensive Player of the Year and 3-time all defense first team member. Will have a player option on his Lakers deal to enter a more flush 26 free agency. Luka had reached out to Smart and made it clear that he wanted to play with the 2-way stalwart. Now, he is a defensive player. Smart has also been limited to 54 games over the past 2 seasons due to injuries, including his right finger last season. average a career low 20 minutes per game in 2024 and 25. And the Lakers, the Suns, and the Bucks previously pursued Smart. So he got permission to speak. And after losing Derry Finney-Smith, a point attack winning figure was a major position of need. They got it. But like I said, they moved Shake Milton, creating that roster spot for Smart. Milton's $3 million contract for next season would have been fully guaranteed. But that move, nope, it's not. It's over with. So that was part of that Dorian Finney-Smith trade and all that. That happens there, but I think Smart will fit in well. He can shoot and he can play defense pretty well. He can score when he wants to at will. So we'll see how that goes with that. So we definitely gonna see how they go. After trying to trade for Bradley Beal twice in the past, the Clippers finally have their shooting guard after he signed with the team following a contract buyout with the Phoenix Suns this week. The third time's a charm, President Basketball Operation Lawrence Frank said this past Saturday. So now they have that on there with a potential reunion with Chris Paul to complete their after summer. Paul, a 20-year vet, is a free agent. The Clippers want to add more playmaking, ball handling, and their franchise former quarterback from live saving it all-time assist leader is that possibility. I think that would be a good fit. Then you'll have Bill, Harden, and Lopez and John Collins. That's actually a pretty decent lineup. And now that I'm thinking about it, looking at that, that's a real pretty decent lineup. Bill averaged 17 points, shot 38% from 3 in 53 games last season for the Suns. It was the fewest Bill has averaged in the season since 2014-15. Bill saw his status as a full-time starter change as the guard to come off the bench in 15 games, the first time he was in a reserve since 2015-2016. So let's see. That allows Bill to be the point guard, but Bill will not only start as shooting guard, but it's expected to help fill the shooting scoring vote left by Norman Powell, who was traded to Miami Heat in the deal that helped the Clippers land Collins. So you got Harden, you got Kawhi, you got potentially gonna have Paul, you got Bill, you got Lopez, you got John Collins. Lou, what you gonna do, man? That's what you gonna do with all that? What you gonna do? So we'll see what that goes. Valanciunas is excited to be a Nugget. Since they made that trade, he's very excited to be a Nugget. And let's see what he does with that. That gives Denver the two big men motive. So that's definitely cool. Damian Lillard reaches a deal to return to the Portland Trail Blazers. So he's back with Portland and agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Trailblazers. He also joins LeBron James as the only players with an no trade clause in their contract. It was Bill before Bill decided a buyout agreement with the Phoenix Suns and LeBron James. Now it's Damian Lillard and LeBron James. So Lillard and the deeply care about a reunion in recent weeks. Boom, made it happen. The Bucks waived Lillard 35 early this month and stretched the remaining $113 million on his contract to sign free agent Miles Turner, which, that happens. But now Lillard will have a 2025-26 set salary of $70 million between his Portland and Milwaukee deals, and a salary of $141 million over the next 2 years, ahead of an opt-out in 2027. He just got paid. So now the Blazers will have both Lillard and Holiday. Both players they reacquired in a trade. You know, they require Holiday with the trade with the Celtics this offseason. Plus Avdija, Williams, Kamara, and a 2029 first rounder and 2 Bucks pick swaps. That's a real good deal. But this is what Lillard's home is. He spent his 11 seasons with the Trailblazers, making 7 All-Star appearances and 7 All-NBA teams. He led the Portland to the playoff 8 times, including in the Western Conference final appearance in 2018-2019. He ranks first in team history in points with 19,376 three-pointers, 2,387, and second in assists. That's including the regular season and playoffs. Lillard has 7 55-point games with the Trailblazers. No other player in the franchise history has any such games. So, welcome to your old stomping grounds. Let's get it. Pelicans rookie Derek Queen has wrist surgery and he will be out at least 3 months. He is likely to miss the start of training camp after having surgery to repair a torn ligament in his left wrist. Queen was hurt Tuesday while playing in the NBA Summer League. The Pelicans say he will be evaluated in approximately 12 weeks, which will be after camps have begun. So he's done for at least 3 months. Let's just say it like that. Done for at least 3 months. Or 12 weeks. However you want to put it. He's done. The done. So, yeah, he's definitely done. We're going to have the Sacramento taking on Memphis and LA for a Summer League matchup. And Sacramento taking on Charlotte. That's on 9 p.m. on ESPN. Memphis and LA is on ESPNU, so y'all can be sure to check that out. As well as Atlanta taking on Boston. Boston had 101 points to 80. Isaiah Wong scoring 18 points. Kobe Johnson scoring 14. So be sure to check that out, guys. Because we will have a new Summer League champion. So be sure to check it out. And let's see what Bronny James is going to do in year 2. And we got to see a glimpse of Cooper Flag too. Now, he had an uneven flute, but he did make winning plays. So let's see what they gonna do. Let's check it out. That's all I got for you guys for this week. But stay tuned for another edition of Dragon Sports Live the following week. Hot news, good music. Peace.
Inside the 10.